Access to safe water is the backbone to achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. Rural Uganda access currently stands at 67%. Apparently, in many rural communities, people walk for more than a kilometer in search for clean water in their respective communities. While others waste a lot of time in long queues at the water sources, some have complete absence of water. Another challenge faced is frequent breakdown of point water sources that is partly attributed to operation and maintenance. To accelerate universal coverage, the government of Uganda and sector actors, including UNICEF, Water for People and local communities, have invested in technology shift as a way of addressing the pertinent water challenges that were found to stagnate access. Solar-powered water supply has been embraced as a promising technology in different parts of the country. Ministry of Water and Environment has installed solar-powered schemes for water supply in more than 32 districts. On the same note, stakeholders such as Seniors Without Borders have constructed solar-powered schemes to enable communities access safe water in the districts of Budaka and Kapchora. In this video, I share with you some of the outstanding practices on solar-powered water supply that have helped lessen the safe water burden in rural communities. My name is Ashabrik Nantege Bamtaze, Coordinator, Appropriate Technology Center for Water and Sanitation, Ministry of Water and Environment. I came to Bukaskya water scheme located at Misaka Primary School, Bukisukye village, Bumtoto Parish, Bumtoto Mutoto Sub-County, Mbale District. The scheme established by Ministry of Water and Environment in 2016 serves 3 villages of Bukisukye Upper, Bukisukye Lower, and part of Nabugongo. It benefits up to 500 households, a church, and 1 primary school. In position of the current Bukaskya water scheme, there was a borehole that had been non-functional for years because the water levels had gone down. On evaluation, the technical team from Ministry of Water and Environment found out that the source still had a lot of water to serve the community if an appropriate technology was used. To get insights about how this scheme has benefited the community, I met Reverend Moses Molinyi of Bukaskya Parish, who is the overall caretaker of the scheme.
People are getting water anytime they feel like, they find water readily available. 2, they are not fighting. In fact, they used to fight at the well. You could see cases, so many cases coming, women fighting at the well. Our children here at the school, they are not moving up and down looking for water because the water is near, and anytime they feel like taking, they just come at the tap, they take, then they go back to school.
The solar-powered water supply scheme uses solar energy to pump water into the reservoir tank at Bukaskya Primary School, approximately 200 meters from the source. From the reservoir, water flows by gravity to the different distribution taps located within the 3 villages. In addition, individual households have tapped and connected water right in their compounds.
At first, when they put the solar panels, the water was much. It could fill the tank and even overflow. So the community members, some of them had to request, and they took the water to their homes. And the project is supplying many people around.
Apart from domestic use, community members use this water for production. Stephen Misaka from Bukaskya village is one of the community members using this water to irrigate his crops. Unlike before, when he used to collect water from the spring located 2 miles away from his garden, Misaka collects water for irrigation from a tap stand located 30 meters away from his garden. When I talked to him, Misaka revealed that pests were more destructive to his crops before installation of the solar-powered scheme. This was because he could not irrigate nor spray his crops oftenly, given the long distance he had to walk in search for water. Even when they had a borehole before it broke down, this borehole always had long queues, and he could not be allowed to overtake others in the line to get water for irrigation.
The advantage of the water from this project is that it saves time. It saves time, it's clean, and whenever I need it, it's always there.
I was later taken to Mr. Wekesa, one of the community members having a tap connection at his home. Mr. Wekesa and his wife are both primary school teachers with a busy schedule and could barely get time to collect water from the spring located 2 miles away from their homes.
Okay. The water condition was really very bad. We would go and get water. There is a certain protected well up there, like some 2 miles from here. And it is the only well in serving 3 villages. That is Bukisukye village, Bunamwani village, Makoha village, then Katwaka. So people could crowd there. You'd wake up very early in the morning at 7. You go, you line up. Then by the time you get water, you get like at around 2 o'clock. 2 p.m. there is when you get water. But getting through struggle. At times people wake up like at midnight. When you go at midnight, you come back at the following day at around 10 o'clock.
Now being the husband, your wife leaves home at midnight and she comes back at 10 or midday the following day. How did this go with you, or how did it affect you?
She has some complications on the body that could not allow her carry heavy weights. I could really accompany her. Whenever we could go and fetch water, I could accompany her. And old as I am, or in this state, I could also carry those jerrycans. But at times we could again delay there. Going there very late, staying there for many hours could even affect our going to school, like she said. And most of the time, we could have problems with our bosses at schools because of late coming.
Did you ever get involved in any fight or wrangle, for that matter, at the water source?
Not actually fighting, but as you know, human beings, anger comes up at any time when you see that, especially these ones who come, they don't want to follow the order. So when you try to reason, somebody again utters bad words to you.
For us, we have never fought, but there is one of my neighbor, closest neighbor. They fought with a certain woman at the well. Yes? And both of them came minus water. In the process of fighting, other people got water. And you see, when fighting begins, other people get away of now putting their jerrycans. And that grudge has moved on up to today.
They kept on surviving under very hard situations, with water rationing being the order of that day. Ever since they connected onto Bukaskya water scheme, life in their home changed for good and sanitation greatly improved. They use water for domestic purposes and for watering their backyard garden. The couple proudly indicated that they used the same water to construct their new house, something they commend for being much cheaper and easier.
We have managed to have water all the time, so that you bathe at any time you want. And there is mopping. This house here, we have mopped each and every room. And we have improved on washing facilities. From latrines, we wash, the water is there all the time. And sincerely, it has reduced on the cost of water. because I could pay money before I could get water. But then we used this water, which has helped us so much. Also, giving it to some neighbors who could lack has improved the relationship between us and them and even others in the community. Whenever they could come, we couldn't hesitate to give them, could give. Actually,
Although community members have accrued benefits from Bukaskya water scheme, several challenges still stand. There is insufficient water supply during the dry season, vandalization of community taps, and water is hard in nature.
I would love that each one gets a tap. And I would say that the ministry, I don't know, through the district officials or other people, sensitize, hold meetings and sensitize people on the importance of this water, so that people like us who have already been beneficiaries could also testify and make these people aware of the importance of this water.
If the contractor could come and adjust the pump such that during drought or during dry season, the pump does not just pump in space, but at least pump where the water level has reached.
Me, what I would advise to dismantle the whole entire and then sink deeper to get the whole what, to station that pipe so that it stands all what, the season is whether dry or wet. Maybe they did it when it was, the water level was still up, when it was still raining. But now they should put a situation which handles whether drought or rain, so that we have constant water supply to the entire population.
I feel we should hold meetings, be sensitized, and as a committee, we have an account. We make some contributions that will actually help in the repairs of any of these parts in case a part gets broken, in case it is worn out, and we raise money from our account and buy and replace.
I later moved to Katine village, Katine parish, Munalia sub-county, Kapchora district, to learn about another solar-powered scheme. The hilly terrain of Kapchora has made access to water a very big challenge, especially for communities living uphill. Protected springs earlier constructed by the government were only serving communities at the lower elevation. Katine solar-powered water scheme was established in 2015 by Seniors Without Borders, an NGO based in Denmark. The scheme has 5 community stations, each having 4 taps serving 200 households. In addition, 4 schools and individual households have connected water into their compounds.
When Seniors Without Borders came, they wanted to construct a borehole water. So they started from drilling water. They drilled 4 places without water of 300 meters down without getting water. So we decided to come here. We talked to the public, we talked to the school and the individual, because there were 3 sources here. We constructed this source, and then we finished here. We took it up to where we call to the tank, where it is purified and then burned by a system called UV, and then pumped from the tank to the upper part of 1,500 meters from here. So it is now contributed to the community.
Later, I was taken to see the main reservoir tank, located uphill 1.5 kilometers away from the source. The reservoir tank has a capacity of 5,000 liters. From the main reservoir tank, Water is distributed to other tanks located near each water station.
This long pipe is bringing water from the source, and then this one is like a T. This one is when the drum is full, you open that one, and then also that one takes water down, and then another one takes on that direction. These three things they are called gate valves. When you want to close, you turn it unclockwise. And then there is also another, this one is outlet, and then there is also another outlet on that side. And then this reservoir tank is almost 5,000 liters. It takes only like 2 hours to fill.
If this is full, is it enough for those targeted users in a day?
It needs about this type, 6 of them.
6 of them for 200 households?
So, yeah. When there is enough sun. But when there is no sun, we get little water. It comes only for 4 hours. Then we get little water. So now we're thinking that if possible, we get some electricity or generator to boost the water even at night, because this water is not enough even to wash the coffee, because the community, when it is time for the coffee does not, the water is not enough for washing. Yeah.
Katine Village Water Scheme was established out of a community partnership between members of Kapchorwa Hill Coffee Association and Seniors Without Borders. It was intended to supply clean water for home use and washing coffee before sale. To this effect, every community water station is equipped with a coffee washing facility. Currently, community members in addition use this water for irrigation and watering their animals. From Kapchorwa, I moved to Nabiketo Village, Kyari Parish, Budaka Sub-County, Budak District, to study about another newly solar-powered water supply scheme. Nabiketo Community Water Scheme was established in January 2017 by Seniors Without Borders. The scheme serves approximately 550 households in parishes of Nabiketo, Nswawe, and Bulosho. The water scheme was availed through Safe Neighborhood, a local NGO working in the community to improve agricultural production. By the time I arrived, an executive committee meeting with Seniors Without Borders, who had come all the way from Denmark to follow up on project progress, was going on. I followed the team later as they met with beneficiary community members who shared views on use, sustainability, challenges, and the future of their new water scheme.
There still are some challenges, and I think that hopefully we, and especially together with the Water Committee, can solve some of those minor challenges. It is just a drop in the ocean. You heard the community saying, oh, couldn't we, our neighboring communities, they would also like this. But for a drop, that could be the start of something good. For example, your Minister of Water and Environment, he was here for the opening ceremony. And I have the feeling that he was very much inspired by the project. And hopefully it will be possible for the Ugandan government to find funds so that they can transform this project to other areas.
Amazi wano kusomero twalina amazi ng'abaana bateewana bagenda mu maduuka nga accidents z'abaana kwe kusabira essomero amazi era kyova olaba gali wano. Ensoma y'abaana nga si ntereevu nti baba bakowunga bagenza okutambula okunoonya amazzi ne tawuni yaffe eyo nga nayo terimu mazzi ng'ate mulimu abantu bangi population y'amaanyi. Twalina nayikonta yali eri era ye nayikonta eyakala oluvannyuma ne batuleetako endala mu maaso eri about 1 kilometre.
That means it is ready.
Unlike other schemes, Navigator Water Scheme uses a digital program to monitor supply, consumption, and maintenance of the entire scheme. Tap station operators are given preloaded cards from which they sell units to final consumers. Final consumers use digital cards which are preloaded by tap operators.
So that is how
it is
works.
a prepaid system.
So after I have made the transfer to the vendor card,
amazzi gano gatuyambye nnyo, gatuyambye mu kunywa, gakendezeza endwadde. Kati abakyala baffe tebakyalwana nga baali balwanira ku naikonta, tebakyatambula ngendo empanvu okugenda okunoonya amazzi. Ffe abaagala nnyo okulima tukola irrigation nga tukozesa amazzi gano. Abasima abakuba amataffaali bageyambisiza nnyo, abazimba amayumba bageyambisiza nnyo.
Three main challenges that have been addressed with a shift to solar-powered water supply are: 1. Walking long distances in search for water is no more. 2. The long queues at the water sources have been solved. 3. Operation and maintenance of water sources has been simplified. In particular, Navigator Water Scheme O&M approach has positive pointers to addressing long-standing operation and maintenance challenges.